Okay, so hello everyone to my channel, which is called as Computer Engineer. And over here, we would try to solve small problems that lead to a big change. And today, we are going to solve one of a very prominent problems which you used to have in Mac, especially with the M1 chips. So to create a virtual environment, it was a big task or it was not even possible. But now with UTM, which is an open source tool, it's pretty much possible. And today I'm going to give a demonstration on how you could install UTM as well as create a virtual machine based out of Linux. So stay tuned and let's get started. So as a first step, you could simply download UTM from any of your browsers which you have over here, and you could simply click on download, which downloads it as an app. So I already have this particular application and I do not want to install it again. And then the next step would be to launch it. Now to launch UTM, it's pretty much easy. I'll show it to you. Just in your find search bar, just click on UTM and here you go. Now it's once your UTM is app is up and running, let's create our first VM. So just simply create on the plus button, create on virtualize, select the Linux system. Now you get three different options over here. Either you could use Apple virtualization, you could use a download Ubuntu desktop machine and boot it from here, or any of your specific ISO images. For this video, I am downloading a Fedora 36 workstation machine, which I've already downloaded, and I'll post the link of that particular download in the video. So you could simply browse it, select it, and boom. Over here, you could specify the RAM. I'm keeping it as default. I would want only two CPU cores. You could define the storage which you want, so I'm going to keep it default for now. You could select if the directory is read only, whatever depends upon your requirement. So I'm just using the default. You could define a name which is called as a UTM test environment, and I would want to open the VM settings to have a look again. Click on save, and your UTM test is open with all the information. So over here, you could change the name of this particular machine, the properties of the machine. If you want to change the architecture system from the defaults, you could select whatever you want. UTM is based on QEMU, which is pretty much simple and it's been existing for a large bit of time now. One of the important things over here is to select a bridged advanced network. That so in my scenario, I would want to SSH to my machines from a Mac to VM, and if I have a bridged network interface, it makes it super easier to actually use those VMs from my local terminal. I would rest other settings, I would keep it as default, and let's just start the installation. Oops, let me just bring it over here. So now this is starting to boot. I would simply say start Fedora Workstation Live, and we just need to wait. So this takes a little time. The overall process of downloading the UTM until creating my first VM was not more than 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and was pretty much straightforward. After this, I could install and run my own Linux machine on my Mac M1, which was a great relief for me as I wanted to do and install a lot of other stuffs for my own practices, majorly for the open source software testing something, and it's pretty much easier to use. So once this get installed, I'll show you how you could use it again. Are installing our Fedora to our hard drive, and for that I just select my hard drive option over here. Now the benefit of installing it is on the hard drive is that you could simply whatever you do on this particular machine that would persist on this particular VM even if you do a lot of reboots, and that's why it's important to install it on your hard drive. So over here we could select a language which is English, say continue, and installation direction. So this is the again the hard drive. You simply click on done. Okay, click it over here. It might take some time. I would just wait and be patient. Patience is a key to install all these VMs. So just be patient and let's wait for this installation to get completed. Okay, things look sorted. I would say begin installation, and it's going to install all the Fedora packages on my hard drive. So this is going to take some time. So let's wait until this is finished. Installation is completed. We'll simply click on finish installation and we'll be good to play along with our new VM. Perfect. So now over here, if you see my, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi and I could connect my wired connection to be turning off or turning on. That's important. Once this is done, I could simply play along with my terminal, which is over here, and this is perfectly ready. Perfect. So we are all good to go. One last thing, like if let's say if in your UTM app, if you want to reboot this particular system, then one thing is really important. You would have to actually disable the CD-ROM. I'll just quickly show you. You need to unselect the boot ISO image option, and then it would directly start your machine rather than installing an installer. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked this particular demonstration, and feel free to let me know if you have any other topics or if you want me to make another helpful videos for you. Thank you so much.